Now we're going to show you how to create the chatbot that we discussed previously. Remember, that's what it looks like. We want to make our chatbot look exactly the same. So we start with the dashboard, of course. I have already created the knowledge base and I've customized the widget slightly. So now we need to get to our builder, which starts on an empty canvas. The start of all the building takes place with the start node. We then need to add in various blocks in order to get the logic flow of Chatling version 2. The sidebar over here contains the various blocks. The first one I'm going to do is take an image. And you remember we want to upload an image that looks like our logo. So I'm going to upload the image. And then the next thing I want to do while that's happening is I need to put in a text to say this is an AI chatbot, copy it, and I'm now going to create a second block, which is a text block, drag it across, and the text I want to capture is this. I can put the two together into one block. It's now done. I need to connect from the start node to this particular block so that the logic flow goes from start to the image to the text. The next thing is this menu that I need to put in. The way to put in a menu is, again, to take a block. I use buttons, so I'm going to capture various buttons, and the one button is going to be ask a question. Second button is going to be contact us. Third button will be services offered, and the fourth button is going to be send a message. Once again, I need to connect this block to that block, and by doing so, I have now created the concept of a menu. I can save, publish. I can also preview the block or the bot, and there are all the different options. The menu buttons are all there. Next thing we want to do is ask a question. That's the usual one. You've seen it on the Chatling's own video. So we want to capture some text, which is me ask a question. And then we want to get the AI response to receive that question and to give the answer. I'm going to link this block to that block. And I'm going to capture a question. When we capture a question, we usually want to save it into a variable. I'm using AI query. And then I'm going to go along and link that to the AI response, which is going to take information from the knowledge base. And the question I want to ask is going to be the AI query, which comes from the question that the person would ask. I then go one step further and I connect this AI query back to the menu. So I've now got a menu structure. And I can preview. I can ask a question. And let's ask a question. Type in, what services do you offer? It should give me the answer. It's using the knowledge base. Or in this case, it apparently doesn't have enough knowledge, so I need to fine-tune the answer and give it a better question, a better set of information. No problem, I'm not going to worry about that right now. I want to choose the contact us, and the contact us is going to make use of an AI response with a standard question, which is called, what is your email address, or how do I contact you? link it to this AI response. The question isn't a predefined question that has been captured, like the ask a question, but here I actually type in the question. What are your contact details? I could store the response as well, but for the moment, I'm quite happy to do this. And then once it has given me the answer, it goes back to the menu again. So we've already got the ask a question. Let's see if it knows much about the contact details. I haven't given it much information in my knowledge base, so it doesn't give me much of an answer, but the point is it is working. The next one I want to do is services offered, and that's going to be in the form of a submenu. And there's going to be 3 buttons that I'm going to capture. So we offer a chatbot service, we offer a consulting service, and we offer a training service. And how do I get the service offered to link to the chatbot? Connect, which I've done. Save it. I can preview it if I want. I like doing that to see how well it works. Click on services offered, and there's my next set of menus. So I've got a menu and a submenu. How do I get it on to answer the question of what chatbot services do you offer? Well, that must come from my knowledge base. So once again, I'm going to choose the AI response or AI responder, connect chatbots to this chatbot AI, and I'm going to have the question. My spelling is good, my typing isn't. And I'm going to save that. And once again, connect this back to the menu. I can connect it to this menu, or I can connect it back to the main menu. Do you see how I've got one menu here and one menu there? And I could actually bring it back to this menu and have a 4th menu option that says back to main menu, the way we used to program 30 years ago. But no problem. I'm going to click on services offered. It's going to tell me I can do chatbots. So I'm going to ask the chatbot, and it's going to give me an answer. Hopefully it's going to have, oh yeah, there's a whole lot of information that it's got from our knowledge base, and it goes back to the main menu, ask a question, contact us, services offered, or send a message. So now the last thing that we need to do for this tutorial is, how do we send a message? Well, 2 things need to be done, and I'll be covering that in the very next video.